Naptown, the city that always sleeps. Most people think nothing happens in a town that is halfway between nothing and nowhere, but they would be wrong. There is plenty that goes on in this town for those willing to look. Lies, deceptions, and threats, all too common in Naptown, and all too common for our investigators as they try to piece together what actually led to the death of Victor Reed. With a potentially fatal meeting behind them, the investigators head to the library to follow up on some leads and discover what secrets lie behind this murder. But secrets are dangerous, especially in the city that always sleeps. Where we last left off, you guys were headed to the library, which is a short hike from where you're at, so you guys head to the library. What you doing?
I mean, I'm going for a phone book.
You can find a phone book easy enough. There are all the books.
Well, I'm going for a phone book, and I'm looking up...
Wait, how big is this library if they have all of the books?
It is very big. It's a magical library in a magical city. What do you expect?
I'm looking up Victor Reed and Dr. Lennox Willis, and I'm just going to see how many people are named Lucia, and if any of them stand out as it's like Lucia Mob.
You realize phone books are organized by last name.
Yeah, I was hoping you wouldn't know that. Full disclosure, when I said that, I knew it was kind of far-fetched and it would require me to read every page.
So, you're expecting the librarian not to understand how indexing works?
I was hoping you just wouldn't remember how indexing works, I think is more accurate.
Maybe they have both. Maybe they have phone books alphabetized by first name and phone books alphabetized by last name.
While he's doing that, can I and whoever else wants to go through the publications, any that would have the last name Willis?
That is also what I want.
Yes.
Do I need a roll?
Yeah, I think you guys should make investigator rolls.
I don't have anything to add to it, but that's a 9.
Well, I rolled a 7 naturally, an 8, so it doesn't really change the outcome, whether I had tags or not.
Okay, you guys have 2 questions to ask. Cody, I don't know what you're looking for in the phone book, because you find their phone numbers, because that's all phone books have.
No, they have addresses.
Do they have addresses of people's houses?
Yeah, they used to.
Okay, you find the address of both of their houses.
Do I also find a phone number?
Yes.
Can I call Lennox Willis?
If you go find a phone, but yeah.
Zach, now I want you to think, if I went and found a phone book, where do you think I found that phone book?
You're in a library. They probably catalog these things.
Oh, I assumed it was like in a phone booth in the front of the store. Or in front of the building.
Okay, you call, nothing, no one picks up.
Well, okay, that was a bust.
The guy you're looking for, I hope he's just sitting at home.
Why not? Get the low-hanging fruit. He's not at home, now we know that. Or he's not answering the phone. Also suspicious.
It's also like late night, isn't it? Or he's asleep because it's kind of late, isn't it?
It's like 8 o'clock, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's that late. We got here at like noon, right?
Oh, I thought it was later than that.
4 is when you met, so you got there at like 6. You've been here for a couple hours.
Okay, yeah.
Somewhere in that ballpark. Darling and Seamus, what questions you got?
I think my big question is, what are the majority of his publications about?
The majority of his publications seem to be physics-based. The biggest one, and this is one that you've heard, like an invention you've heard rumor of outside of here, is a way to harness lightning as energy.
Okay, so it's what we kind of figured out last time.
Yes, but the weird thing is there is no publication on anything relating to biology.
Okay.
So, from that, you could either deduce that there are 2 people working here, or that biology is a recent development of his, or it's a secret development of his. Those are the 3 possibilities that I can think of offhand.
Okay. What about you, Seamus? What do you got?
Gosh, I don't know.
If you don't have a question, I can give you a clue. Like, I have a piece of information that might be useful for you guys.
Sure.
So, with looking through the papers, you very quickly realize that Lennox Willis works at this college.
Oh, okay.
He is a professor/researcher here.
I guess I assumed that in my brain, but I guess we needed to know that for sure.
So wait.
I assumed he worked at the university, or I guess was a student.
Well, no, he's a professor.
Yeah, I guess in my own brain that in Vinny's brain that was like, oh, I already knew that, but I guess we didn't know that for sure as characters.
Well, like everyone else you've asked, like, do they have any connection with the college? Do they have any connection with the college? So I figured I'd give you the guy who has a connection with the college.
But okay, sounds good.
Faye, are you doing anything?
I can't think of anything else to add particularly.
All right. Where are you guys off to next? Unless there's anything else you want to do in the library.
I mean, there's nothing that I want to do in the library specifically.
No, I don't think so. I think that's all we can figure out at the library now.
I think we should all just like meet up in the lobby, once we're all done doing our things.
Faye's just standing there for half an hour.
Wandering.
Well, then I'll just walk up to Faye. Well, I'll tell you what's a dead end. Lennox Willis is not home from what I can tell. And I looked up Victor Reed's number and called it, but he's deceased, so I don't know what I was hoping to get out of that, but
Okay.
both of those were a bust.
Who's Victor Reed again?
Victor Reed's the dead guy.
You called the dead guy's number?
I just looked up his name and address, like his phone number and address, just because it felt like the right thing to do and called it. In retrospect, I really don't know what I was hoping for. I mean, best case scenario, I'm informing a widow. I didn't want to do that today, so it was a mistake all around. Anyways, maybe the others came up with something better. I'm striking out.
Honestly, it wasn't much better. Darling says, walking up with Seamus. All we really found is that he has publications in physics and harnessing lightning, so there isn't any biology, which is strange. And he's definitely a professor here.
Well, I guess it was either student or professor, right? So that follows. But it does lend himself to having a certain, depth of expertise.
So the biology, all of that stuff is new. That's a new addition to his field of research, it seems.
It's either new or there's another person working with him.
All right.
I don't like the idea of there being two of them.
Neither do I, but it seems plausible at least.
Yeah, it's just like one mad scientist. That's a Tuesday, and two mad scientists, now it's a special event,
No, it's a Wednesday.
What, like a Wednesday?
Oh, I didn't even, because, anyways.
I wasn't actually making that joke, but sure.
Oh.
Could I actually real quick see if I can find a class schedule?
Yeah.
I would think that they would have that in the library somewhere.
Yeah, you can find that easy enough.
We wish.
Okay, yeah.
Academic library humor. Such a niche market.
When does Dr. Lennox Willis have a class? Or does he?
He does. He has Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes.
What day is it today?
It is Wednesday night.
Dang it. So we have to wait till Friday to try to, waylay him at a class.
Yeah.
So, just a question at large. What's the legal ramifications of breaking into a morgue?
Why would you want to break into the morgue? Don't you have connections there?
Oh, yeah, but those connections aren't now it's legal for me to just wander into the morgue.
Well, no, but I don't know. Maybe you could swap a favor or something.
I can try.
You guys can get into the morgue.
Alright, I guess it's not an issue. I was just informed by Providence.
Yeah, I was going to say, why is this librarian just coming up and talking to us about the morgue?
It's funny because I am a librarian.
Well, y'all want to go look at a dead body? Not to be grim.
I suppose that's our next stop.
That's what I'm thinking.
For reference, the reason you guys can get into the morgue is because, you do stuff like this all the time, and you have...
I, know the guy.
Yeah, you know the morgue, and, like they work with you.
As we're walking out, can we continue to have a conversation?
Yes?
Yes.
Cool. So do you guys actually think that lady's gonna try to find me at my house and go out for spaghetti?
Office.
Oh, office, I guess.
How does this librarian just know everything?
I don't know. Are you hoping she does?
Well, in the moment, I want to say it was kind of a joke, but she seems violent and now I'm worried.
I'm sure it's nothing Detective Tanner can't handle, right?
You say that, but I don't know if you know much about the mythology that I'm based on, but it's not all shining armor and glorious fist fights. It's also I have a penchant for getting hurt. Do you remember what I looked like 20 minutes ago? I was bleeding and half unconscious.
And I've seen your bone axe, so yeah, I get the picture.
Yeah, that's its own. You probably shouldn't say that out loud. I'm a little. Anyways, just saying I'm worried. I've never had someone with magic powers say that they know where I sleep. It's concerning, that's all.
She didn't say she knows where you sleep. Do you sleep in your office?
I don't have to answer that. I plead the fifth.
Says a passing student.
Who somehow knows who he is.
I don't know. I feel like fraternizing with the enemy is probably not the best idea.
I was trying to get her off her guard, put the conversation in our terms, you know?
That backfired.
Yeah, well, hopefully she doesn't, follow you to your office.
Well, yeah.
Anyway, you guys get into Detective Tanner's very beat up car still.
Hey, whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa, whoa!
You said it was beat up.
No, I said it had flat tires.
Tires. That doesn't.
Okay.
Okay, what happened where it has 2 flat tires but no other damage?
I was attacked on my way out of where I was. That's why I was beat up.
Attacked with what?
I would assume guns.
Then why are there not dinged bullet holes in your car?
Okay, I'm just saying the tag indicates that it is a souped up, like, hot rod. Not that it is falling apart.
Then why do you make
We
everything...
just assume everything of yours is falling apart.
You're just like,
Detective
and then
Tanner's
Cody
life is
puts on
falling
his
apart.
broken clothes. Like, I never said I was ill-dressed. Like, yeah, but we all knew it. Like, oh.
Cody's playing the character, therefore.
You see Cody's office. There's uneaten food and rot everywhere. I never said that.
Okay, Cody, though. When you introduce the character into the game, you're like, yeah, he looks like crap and his car is falling apart.
I said he was hurt, not that he looked like crap.
Anyway.
All right.
As I'm driving, I very self-consciously just kind of say, I put new carburetors in this. It really helps the performance. The suspension's top of the line, really, I haven't really done anything cosmetic because I want it to slide under the radar.
As, you see a trail of oil behind it where a bullet hit the oil pan.
See, now he's just throwing shapes.
Okay, so you guys make your way to the city morgue. The city morgue handles all the autopsies for the police investigations in the city. It's a quiet and unassuming building that's located on the edge of the industrial district, kind of near the police station, but it's also kind of a little bit separated, so it's more like a hub for it, because the police don't always need to be there. So you're pulling up late. Most of the lights seem off, but luckily for you, there seems to be one light left on in the building. So as you guys walk in the front door, it is a very dingy gray room. There's a short desk, and you see Adeline walking out of the back room as you're about to leave. You guys have met Adeline many times. She's the head mortician.
Do I know her pretty well, do you think?
You guys have been here multiple times. She is dark-skinned, average height. She is in her mid to late 40s. She's about your age, Detective Tanner.
Yeah.
From your previous experiences, she's usually happy to help you, but every time she sees you, you guys get an eye roll. Immediately, because she knows whenever you guys walk in, her job just got a lot more complicated.
Is she human or is she awakened?
She's awakened.
Okay.
We're all still human.
Well, okay. Is she normal?
She is not a mundane. She is awakened.
Mundane, that's the word. Okay. So a muggle.
So this is a weird thing, but it's something that it's in the text for the character. Part of Tanner's thing is that he was fast friends with people. He tries to be endearing. Can I just always have hot coffee on hand?
Yeah, that you pull out of your magical toolbox.
Sure?
Yeah, no, I mean, just everywhere I go, I'm just always I brought you a cup of coffee,
I feel like he just knows where all the free coffee is. You know what I mean? So when he walks into a bank, he sees the coffee and he's
pouring 4 cups, taking it with him to fleece up beat cops.
He uses a thermos. Saves all the coffee.
Yeah, no, actually, I think that'd be pretty on point for him, is to have a little thermos that he carries around, pours her a cup of coffee.
All right. Yes, you can have coffee.
So anyway, Tanner slides in and slides a cup of coffee across the counter.
Evening, Adeline.
So you guys are here again. I guess that means the new guy who came in isn't going to be a normal case, is he?
No, unfortunately not.
Or it means I just wanted to bring coffee.
That's never what that means. When have you ever just brought her coffee and it's not been a disaster case?
Tanner turns and looks extremely betrayed. I can multitask.
She does take the coffee and sip it. I haven't had time to look at him yet, but you guys are welcome. You know the rules. Keep everything tidy. I'm locking up. Make sure the door closes on your way out. Anything you want from me before I head out?
Yeah, for you to do an autopsy.
Well, Detective Tanner, that's not happening tonight. I have a waiting list. And
Now, I do have a very nice donut with your name on it, if you could see fit to help us with this autopsy.
For a second, I thought he was gonna be like, "Now you see, I have another cup of coffee."
Well, I do, but,
make a convince roll.
So, can I use my tag Becoming Fast Friends and calm authority?
I'm guessing you rolled a 5 and are trying to stretch it to a 7.
That's what you think. I'm asking Zach if I could use these tags.
I'm saying calm authority doesn't work here because, like, you're like partners, not an authority. You're like,
Okay, that's fair. Okay, in that case, I rolled a 12.
Oh gosh. Then why did it matter?
Because, I just wanted it to matter.
I mean, if you level up your perks, right, that would matter. Tanner, I have been working all day.
Just a peek. A quick peek, just to put us on a good track.
Fine. And then I'm going home, and I'm going to go to bed and forget you guys were here.
That is totally what I would want to have happen.
While we're going over to the body and she's getting set up, I tell her about everything that we currently know to see if like everything matches up. So the marks on the arms and that there were burn marks on the steps. And I think those are the two big ones.
Okay, so doing a full autopsy takes a lot of time, and she is not going to do that for you because her shift is done. Mm-hmm. However, what she will do is she'll do the like preliminary like medical diagnosis kind of stuff and help you guys out with that part of it. So what I'm going to say is you guys can investigate, and any investigation you do on the body, you all have a +1 for from her. Does that seem fair?
Yep.
Whoever wants to be the person doing more of the investigating can make a roll.
Oh, just one from all of us?
Or multiple of you guys can do it.
I guess let me ask the question and you can tell me if this is something that we can find out in an investigation. So there were burn marks on the steps, and I want to know if there's any way if we can like see if there are burn marks on his arms where we could like, something came out of this like wound.
Yes, that is something you can learn from the investigation.
Okay. Who wants to do the actual investigating? I have like no tags for that.
I mean, multiple of you guys can do it.
I can. Investigating the burn marks, you said?
Well, just in general, the body in general.
In general,
Okay.
but that was like my one question that I know we need to ask.
Yeah.
Mandy, you can also just try to investigate, like even if you don't have any tags, because you will always get at least one clue.
Okay.
So you can just like make a straight roll if you want. And then remember you get a +1 because Adlin's helping.
Okay, well, with that +1, that's a 10, so turned out better than I thought it would.
That'll give you a default of 2 clues. So Mandy has 2 clues. Caitlin?
I use intelligent. Do I also get a +1 from Madeline or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Since she is there helping. So for anything relating to the body specifically.
Okay, she's able to provide context.
Yes.
Okay. I get a 10 as well.
All right, so you guys have 4 clues between the two of you. I'm assuming Tanner and Seamus are just kind of sitting back for the second until you decide if you need more questions.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
Okay, so that's my first big question. Burn marks corresponding.
You can see that on his arms there are some burn marks, but not really a lot. But all of the hair on his upper arms seem to be gone.
Okay.
Like it was burned off. So
you're talking about the hair on his biceps or his forearms?
Sorry, forearms.
Forearms. Okay.
I said the wrong thing. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That's why I wanted to clarify. So the hair on the forearms is gone. You can tell me if this doesn't count, if this counts as an additional clue or the same one. Do the burn marks correspond with the wounds? Like the cuts?
They do not.
Okay.
And I won't count that as another question because they're both asking like where the burn marks are.
Okay.
So, just so I'm clear about that, the burn marks seem to be in a separate place from the cuts.
Yeah.
Weird.
Basically, the burn marks seem to be more around his hands, but like all of the hair on his, like from his elbow down, is gone.
Gotcha.
Where the cuts are not like he's not like he has cuts on him, but they're not like it's not like his whole arm is cut up.
I get you.
Is it possible to tell if the burn is like an electrical burn versus like fire was next to him? Does that make sense?
Is there a way to tell that in real life?
I would imagine that there'd be like soot more so, or like ash If it was a fire.
And also, if it was like, I know this is kind of a stretch because we don't know what happened to it, but I know that like if you get struck by lightning, it leaves like almost like lightning traces on your body. Like there's like a particular scar that happens when you get hit by lightning. So if it was, say, lightning that he got hit with, there might be some mark for that.
I will say that you do not notice any soot or anything of this, or ash or anything that you would see as consumable that makes you think fire.
Okay.
2 questions remain.
Yeah, my other question is just kind of a general all over the body. Are the arms the only thing affected, or is there anything else anywhere on him?
It looks to be that seems to be the only like super weird thing. Like his arms seem like it seems to be localized to his forearms, both forearms. However, he does have a lot of bruises and scar tissue and other things that looks like someone who lives a hard, rough and tumble fight would have. You also do notice he does have a black eye that does not look fresh. So it looks like he's been in fights recently, but that was not why he died.
Okay, so recent but not cause of death.
I don't know if this is a separate question. If it is, just let me know. When you say scarring, that doesn't appear to be surgical scarring, right? It's like cuts
it's like,
and stuff. Okay.
Like bar fight scarring.
Gotcha.
Has she told us the actual cause of death yet? Or is that a
She
question?
doesn't know it because autopsies take a long time.
Okay.
You gotta remember, like, autopsies are like, a multi-hour process.
Right. So is that something we're going to get eventually, or do we have to save a question for that?
Well, it depends on if we're around when she does it, kind of thing, or if she gets to it in the course of this investigation.
Yeah, realistically, you'll probably have this case solved before you get to the autopsy. Ugh, why is that word so hard tonight?
Okay, so I can't really ask something that's related to cause of death.
I mean, you can, and I'll let you know what you can find out.
I just don't want to waste the last question.
I'm not going to... When have I been mean and be like, that's your question, I won't give it to you?
I want to know if he had some sort of, like, terminal illness that might have changed his outlook on life. By that, I mean, like, did he find out that he had cancer and was suddenly, like, taking more risks,
Oh, do you think he might have volunteered for this?
Yeah, or if he, like, thought that there was a cure for something, like he had no hope, and so this doctor offered him this thing that could bring him back to life or reverse his diagnosis or something.
I don't think that is on hand here.
Okay.
Like, if you go to the police station or, like, hospital, you might be able to find, like, medical records, but I don't think Adlin has gotten that far in the process yet.
Okay.
Because this guy came in late today, like...
Yeah.
He probably...
No, and I understand that's more of an in-depth autopsy question, so...
Yeah, no, you did not waste a question. I'm just letting you know she does not have the answer to that.
Okay.
Yet. Like, yes, she would if you came back later, probably.
Okay.
There's only so much she lets you in on, kind of thing, because at a certain point there is, like, professionalism she has.
Okay. Does she have any forensic evidence from an attacker or another person who would have been in the room with him? Like hair, skin, fingerprints?
No, I
wouldn't think she would have that. I would think the police would have that.
If they do swabs and stuff. However, what I will say, though, is you do notice that the arms have been stitched up.
What do you mean by that?
The cuts on the arms have been surgically cut and then restitched.
So he doesn't have fresh cuts, or he does?
He does, but they are fresh cuts that have been stitched up.
So she didn't stitch them, right? Adeline didn't stitch them? Okay.
So like when you get stitches at the doctor?
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Why didn't we see that at the scene?
We didn't. All our information was third hand from Jason. Or second hand
from
Jason.
Right.
Right, this is the first time you guys have seen the body.
Okay.
You didn't get that from the scene because there's no way you would have known it because there was no blood there.
Okay.
Do we smell anything being by him other than just like general dead bodies? Like, do we smell the chemical stuff that was mentioned?
Just give me a flat roll.
No, I don't get it. That's a 6.
Yeah, you can't. There's a lot of weird smells in here because this is a mortuary. Like there's stuff for preserving and stuff.
That's fair.
Caitlin, the one thing I'll also give you is that Adlin will open up the cuts to look at them for you guys. And she does find inside his arm is a technical device, some technology.
Okay.
It is very in him, like it is grafted into him, so she is not able to take it out and give it to you guys.
Okay.
If you were to take a shot in the dark, this looks like a very invasive procedure that he went through.
Okay. And we have no idea as to like purpose or intended outcome. Okay.
Other thing to note, this guy is a very big dude. Like,
Okay.
he is bigger than all of you. And you can easily tell that.
Okay.
I think we knew that before, that he was a big guy somewhere.
We had that he was a burly guy, but that doesn't say much. Oh, and 6 foot. That doesn't really.
He's one of those guys though. Like you look at him and he looks big. Mm-hmm. Like even dead, his presence is large in the room.
Yeah.
And like most, or like Seamus and Tanner are like in shape and strong guys, and like he still easily looks bigger.
Like
than
he
you
would
guys.
tower over you.
So
Yeah.
is it fat, or is he just big and muscular?
Big and muscular.
Okay.
Okay, so should we recap everything we know about the body right now?
I am okay with that.
Okay, so taking stock, we have a man with cuts that have been stitched up and some sort of device implanted in his arm. For what purpose, we don't know. We have burn marks that appear to be from something other than an open flame. We have old bruises and injuries that are not fresh. And that's it. Do we have anything else?
We have that the hair on his forearms are gone, which corresponds with the fire.
Right.
And then that the cuts were cut and restitched, but that kind of goes with the technical device in the arm. So I think that's all we got right now.
We're pretty bang on there.
Are you guys pro fire or anti fire?
I think we think it's not fire, right? That's what I
We think
thought.
it's electricity, like something electrical.
Okay,
I have a question that's gross,
go for it.
so I'm sorry. Is there like a vial or like a syringe nearby that I could try to draw blood?
If Adeline will let you.
Are you trying to do this in front of Adeline or Adlin?
If she was still there, I would ask her to just try to draw any blood from him.
Is she still there?
If she's not there, then I just do it.
I don't think she would let us alone with the body.
No, she said she was going to.
Okay.
No, she said she was going to. Yeah, she said, do your investigation. I'm going home. Lock up behind
Okay.
you.
And like, don't make a mess. Like, you guys have been here before.
Okay.
Like, you guys are friends of a sort with Adlin. Like, you guys are in here every several months checking out bodies, and she understands that a lot of the police can't do anything to these weird cases that you guys have.
I'll have to send Adeline maybe a box of chocolates or something. She deserves something nice.
I think after the investigation, like, I think when you guys were recapping, she probably left, if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah.
You guys have done this before, so her policy is basically just lock up the lab, don't make a mess,
Clean up.
And you guys have done it before, so put the body back in, if there's anything else. So she's gone, she is left. You hear the door, you've heard the door close, she's out of the scene.
And you were going to draw blood.
You are going to draw
Try to
blood.
draw
Yes. Okay, yes. I want to draw blood.
You do.
Okay. Oh, so there is blood.
There is blood.
Okay, cool. Well, that was all I really wanted to know. I don't think he died from the cuts. Well, we can do this in character. I don't think he died from cuts on his wrist.
No, I agree. What are you thinking he died from then?
Oh, I don't know. Interference from a foreign object implanted in his arm, I guess.
And the fire was just spontaneous?
Well, all right.
We don't think there's fire, right?
The burning.
Well, whatever burned.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have a thought on that. And I don't know, this might be a little bit out there, but, all this newfangled technology and electricity that we have now. People that can test line voltages are rare and generally have to be robust. So, what I'm thinking is this guy may have been a lineman. That would kind of explain, 1, him being beat up, and 2, him having connection to electricity.
Now, when you say a lineman, you don't mean a football player, right?
No. I mean someone who tests electrical lines.
Oh, okay.
The outside of this is, at this time, the way you tested high voltage lines was you had a big guy touch them.
Oh, really? Are you serious?
I don't know, and I don't mean this in a rude way. I don't know if Zach knew that, but this would actually happen to line up to this type of person.
I didn't actually
is
know
a
that.
typical thing. Yeah, like at the time, the way you would test high voltage is they're like, have a big guy grab the 480 and see if he gets shocked.
That's insane.
I like how
What a job.
you're nice when it comes to like, hey, Zach might not know this thing. This is a cool thing about the cool air quotes thing about the 1920s. When it comes to phone books, Zach probably doesn't know they're in alphabetical order by last name.
I don't think it was that you didn't know. I think he was thinking you conveniently forgot.
I was hoping you would forget. I was hoping you'd just be like, oh, you look up Lucille or whatever. Anyways, so my thought is maybe we call the power company, see if they have this guy on record.
While you guys are having this conversation, for a brief moment, the power goes out and flickers back on.
No, that can't be anything right? That's not good.
It's never very good.
Maybe it's time to head out. We can keep chatting about this on the way, unless there's anything else we need to do.
Guys, I kind of want to take, the device with us.
No, it was pretty invasive to get.
And
Tanner's like kind of trying to find like a big saw or something.
Oh no.
Tanner,
Is this a bad idea?
it's a very bad idea. You are going to get us in trouble with Adlin.
I don't want to do that, but do we like know
She will kill you, and she could hide the body.
do we like know a guy that knows this stuff? Because I don't know what this thing is.
Well, we could also still figure out how to get in contact with Dr. Lennox and talk to him about the body modifications, which I figure this is what this is.
Yeah, that's true. But he didn't answer his phone. We could go to his house.
There are other ways of finding him. We can go to his house. We can wait outside the lab. We can go to a class. I don't think you should saw his arm off.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I'll give you that one. I don't know. I'm in a hurry, I guess.
He also has an office you could maybe check.
Who has an office?
Lennox. He's a
He's
professor.
a professor.
Oh, okay.
You guys have been dancing around that. I'm like, maybe you check his office or like ask someone at the university if they've seen him.
and plus Adlin would probably kill you if you made Hames of her office of her lab here.
Well,
You can. Do you want to try to investigate it more, Cody?
I mean, all I would want to know is what is that device, and I don't know if I can know that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, I could look at it for 1,000 years and go, it's made of wires, you know?
Could an investigation by Tanner, like, could the result be that he could, like, sketch a picture of it that would give him an advantage to asking somebody else about it?
No, you can do that if you wanted.
Okay, I like that. I rolled a 10.
All right, so you spend your time, like, you poke around, you prod a little bit, and you are able to get an idea of how this device would look like outside of the arm.
So is it only contained in his arm?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But it's like fused in.
It's like fused to him.
How big is it? Like size of a penny? Size of a quarter?
No, it's
Like deck of playing cards.
yeah, like maybe like 2 or 3 playing cards put end to end.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
good lord.
Okay.
Like it
So
is
it's like a panel.
So it's like the length of his forearm.
yeah, not well. He's a big guy, so not the length of his forearm, like the whole length, but it's probably like 2/3 of his forearm.
Dead gub. Okay.
Okay.
It's a,
Yeah, I guess in my mind, I was thinking it was pretty big too. Because the funny thing is, that's actually smaller than I was thinking. I was thinking this thing was like throughout his body entirely or something. I was thinking he was like a total cyborg.
Oh no, I was thinking like penny sized, so I'm glad we figured that out.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, is it just contained to his arm? Because I was thinking it goes everywhere. But
One more thing, just because I don't think this will ever come up again. I still had a clue left over from my interview with Jason, the guy at the scene of the crime. Is there any clue that we haven't asked about that would be relevant that he would know from like physically seeing him?
Oh yeah, is there any discrepancy between what we're seeing now and what Jason would have told us about the
or
body?
something that Jason could have told us, but we didn't think to ask at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise I'm just going to lose that clue and I may as well ask about it.
I don't think so.
Okay. So it's based like what we see here is not
Everything matches with
significantly different than what Jason saw.
What Jason, right.
Okay.
You have a little bit more information. Like,
Sure. It's more detailed, but nothing is like amiss or wrong from what he saw.
Okay, and then I actually have one more question that I just thought of. Now that we know how long the thing in his forearm is, the hair that's missing from his arm, does it go like the 2/3 where the thing is, or does it not appear to be affected by that at all?
it doesn't seem to be correlated necessarily.
Okay.
Well, trying to think. It's more than just where the device is, I'll say.
Okay.
Like the device is on his inner arm.
Yeah.
But like his entire forearm has no hair and it does not look shaved off.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, like it's not like it was surgically shaved off like they do before surgeries and stuff.
Yeah.
So look, I know we're dealing with incomplete facts here, but right now my theory is, this is just from what we've seen, this might sound crazy. This Dr. Lennox Willis needed to try to, he wanted to make a guy that could shoot lightning bolts out of his fingertips, right? So he finds a big, robust guy that he thinks can survive the surgery, not unlike a Dr. Frankenstein. Puts these little things in his arm to give him electro bolts. Guy tries to use them, immediately has a heart attack and dies. That's my theory right now. Is that crazy?
No, I think that's a good place to be right now with everything that we know at the moment.
I definitely am feeling the Frankenstein vibe as well.
Please, it's Frankenstein.
Do you think if he were shooting lightning bolts from his fingers, though, that there would be some sign, like on his fingertips?
Okay, well, maybe he was shooting bolts of lightning out of his forearms, it's an incomplete design. Oh, wait, I want to go over and, slap his arm kind of hard and see if the lights flicker again.
That's a weird request.
Well, no, I just want to know if the lights flickering had to do with the presence of the devices, so I'm going to try to, poke it, just give it a little slap.
So you slap his arm, and the lights do not flicker.
All right, that was a pipe dream.
Actually, let me rephrase. You slap the arm, and all of a sudden, for you, the lights flicker. But that's because you just get hit in the face by a giant fist.
Is it this guy's fist?
It is. And it is the arm you didn't slap as you see this body slowly rising off of the medical cart.
Oh, no.
See, that's what I kind of figured was going to happen, but I didn't want to, preemptively say anything. This guy's not actually dead, is he?
So wait, when I tried to draw blood from him, he was cool with that. But I poke him,
Too much.
and he goes nuts.
Do you want to know the reason? It's because this game is weird and says I'm supposed to give you guys fair warning before bad stuff happens. So the fair warning was the power was flickering, and then you guys are like, that seems bad. We shouldn't be here. And then you guys did half a dozen other things.
No, I mean, that's fair.
Oops.
So once he stands up, I just want to go, hello, my name is Detective Tanner. I'd like to ask you some questions about why you don't have a heartbeat and how you ended up in a morgue.
Detective Tanner, real quick.
Uh-huh.
Take the status of bruised 1.
I gotta figure out where I want to keep track of that, but yeah, okay.
He gives you a very blank look and then starts stumbling towards you.
Are we in combat? Is this considered now in combat?
As much as this game has combat, I will say he does not seem intelligent anymore. You said words at him and it didn't it seemed more
didn't
animalistic
register.
how he responded, not I am processing these words and fighting you. It's more you made a noise, so he's lashing out to the thing that made a noise.
Yeah.
So, whoever wants to take a move, you're up.
Okay.
Not all at once, guys. Please, don't speak over each other.
I mean, I have a thought. I've just done a lot of stuff, so I don't want to keep,
Well, I mean, if he's stumbling towards you, by all means.
Oh, well, what I'm gonna try to do is grapple him and, restrain him to the ground.
Okay.
And I want to use my characteristics of Calm Authority, Brawl Like a God, or Brawl Like a Norse God, and Giant's Hide. And here is my argument. I am not trying to hurt him. What I'm trying to do is basically let myself get beat up enough that I can hold him down. So even if he's punching me in the face repeatedly, I'm just ow, 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 ow. I got him, guys. Ow, ow. As I'm just getting punched in the face.
Okay, so I think this is a go toe-to-toe, is I think is what this would be.
Okay.
Because you're trying to subdue him,
I am.
right? You're not trying to...
I'm not trying to hurt him. I am trying to subdue him with the understanding I might get hurt in the process.
Okay, roll me that go toe-to-toe.
Are you fine with all 4 of those tags?
You only had 3.
Did I only have 3? Yeah, you're right. I had 3.
Also take a -1 because he has a
I'm not trying to hurt him, though.
reinforced hide for his skin. Like, he's very tough.
I'm literally just holding on to him.
Okay, fine.
So that is 6 plus 3, which is a 9.
Choose one. You achieve your goal. Take something they hold. Like, you achieve your goal, so you can hold them down. You can get them good, giving your opponent a status of the power, like a tier equal to that power. Or you can block, dodge, or counter their best attempts. If you don't choose this, I get to impose the status on you.
I'm gonna go with like you get them good. So tier equal to their power is restrained 3.
Okay, they have restrained 3 on them. So as you like grab onto him, you feel this charge of electricity building, and it is going straight into you. So you have the status of zapped 2.
A technical term.
You can use face the danger against it if you want to try to resist it if you want.
No, I'm getting shocked. That's part of my thing.
Okay.
Can I look around the room for restraints of some kind to like help restrain him while he's distracted?
Sure.
Can I use the power tag good team player by trying to work in tandem with Tanner?
Yes.
Okay.
And you're also going toe to toe with him since you're just trying to restrain him.
Well, I don't do that. I got a 4.
Cool.
Means you get punched in the face, probably.
Probably.
I get to make a hard move.
Ow.
I haven't even told you what the hard move
I
is
know,
yet.
but it hurts.
Oh wait, does that restrained at a tier of -3 help her roll?
That shouldn't it?
No, it makes stuff for him harder.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh, if he's trying to do
That's
something.
Fair. That's
Okay.
fair.
The more of what it's doing is like...
It's cumulative, right? Like this is how we could defeat him by restraint.
Right. So, like, at a certain point, like, you can't just get bonus upon bonus upon bonus from, like, him being restrained.
Yeah.
The bonus from him being restrained is you're starting to defeat him.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I understand.
So as you come over, like, Tanner's getting, like thrown around. Immediately you, like, try to, like, lasso his arm and, like, pin that down. Like, you find, like, a strap where you, like, are able to easily, like, cargo short loop it. And you're like, oh, this will help. And you, like, run up to him and immediately just get hit with a backhand as he's flailing around trying to swing Tanner or get rid of Tanner off of him. So you take a status of bruised 1, and you also feel yourself getting the discharge of the electricity as well, which, if you want, you can try to lower the damage from the zapped 2 coming at you.
Is there any reason I wouldn't try to lower that?
If you don't want to or you don't have relevant tags. Face the danger, you have to just say what tags you use that would apply to avoiding this. Or I guess you could, like, try to avoid the being bruised 1. I would say you can face the danger against 1, but not both.
You said it was bruised 1 and shocked 2 coming at her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll try to shapeshift limbs out of harm's way.
Okay, roll me that face the danger.
Gosh dang it. That is also a 4.
Oh, so you just take both statuses.
Okay. So bruised 1 and zapped 2.
Yep. They are different tracks, so they do not stack with each other.
Ow.
No, it's fine. I got him. Don't worry about it.
Is there a way with Tanner grappling him that I could get close enough to touch him, like on the arm?
Tanner or the monster?
The monster.
Yeah, you could.
Okay, I want
What
to...
are you trying to do with this? Is my next question.
I want to use my dominatrix move to try to calm him.
Okay.
So...
That will...
Would that add to the restraint track?
I'm not sure yet. I'm going to say that's probably a go toe-to-toe with him as well. That seems to be the thing here. Okay, yeah, we'll be that. What'd you roll, Mandy?
Not good.
Total party kill.
It's a 4.
So, yeah, you don't do that. But instead, he is going to do the same thing where he, like, slaps at you and... Or, like, you get hit. You know, like, you try to go up and touch him, and as soon as you're about to make contact, a discharge of electricity zaps you backwards, so you get zapped 2.
Okay. So that's a -2 to most of my rolls, or basically all my rolls, right?
It depends on what you're doing.
Okay.
Mainly the thing is you want to avoid hitting, like, a tier of 5.
Okay.
But these statuses will stick with you for a bit, so...
Yeah. Seamus, you got anything?
I guess I'm going to try to just also grapple this dude to restrain him, try to help Tanner with that restraint.
Go for it.
I can't shoot this guy. He hasn't.
I mean, you can. You'll just take a -1 for shooting it on.
We're shooting it on 4. That's why I'm not doing that.
But he is also attacking your team, so I've
Yeah.
Well, if you shoot,
I guess would I even consider him unarmed, seeing as he has this device in his arm that's shocking us? That seems like a weapon.
But if you want to shoot him, you can go for it and shoot him.
I don't think I would at this point yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna use. Can I use hand-to-hand combat and military strategy?
Yes.
Try to get him in the best position to pin him down.
You can use both of those. Yes.
That is a 12.
Do you want to use can take a pounding as well, or no?
No, I think I was gonna use that primarily for defensive.
Okay.
That way I can't just use all 3 of those all the time.
You get to pick 2 from the list.
I'm gonna add status, and can I add two more restrained? Put him at restrained 5.
So the way it works is it is still restrained. It's still restrained 3, but it's now closer to being restrained 4.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
There's different tiers, stacks and then bumps through tiers.
So if he gets any more towards the restrained track, he'll be restrained 4.
Oh, okay.
So I'm assuming you're gonna try to block, dodge, and counter the best attempts as your secondary one.
Yes.
You still will get zapped though.
Oh, do I? Okay, so that's not something I don't have to face the danger or something on this.
You can face the danger against the zapped. The bruised, just he tries to punch you, he is unable to make contact. You're able to dodge that.
Oh, I see. I can dodge one of the statuses he's applying to me.
No, this guy has a special thing that you guys keep doing, so you keep getting zapped.
Oh, is when we touch him?
It's when you touch him, and you guys all said, let's grapple him. So, you guys all, I'm in the rule, is I made up this guy, I'm whenever someone makes physical contact, and I'm cool, they'll stand back and shoot him for a while, probably, and then everyone's we're grappling him. I'm okay, here it goes.
So I probably can't even face the danger on that, can I? If I'm touching him.
You can face the danger against it, where because it discharges into you is how I'm having it.
Yeah, remember that thing I said about how people that tested electrical circuits used to just be specifically big guys? You're a specifically big guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you mean like Seamus?
Yeah. You're tailor made for this. You're a human multimeter. Lick him. You'll see if he's live.
Gosh, okay. I mean, I definitely want to face the danger, and I was thinking I'd use the can take a pounding and the predict foe's move, basically, since I've seen him do this multiple times already.
I'm good with those.
Good thing I used 2 tags, because that is, I guess, a total of 8.
All right, so with a total of 8 for a face the danger, you get to lower it by 1, so you have...
Bruised 1, shocked 1.
You don't have the bruised, you avoid the bruised. So you have...
I avoid the bruised.
So you'll have, shocked 1, yeah.
I'm just going to write that down in improvements, because there's nowhere else to type that.
That is fine, don't worry. You'll be taking more stuff. Okay, so this guy is... You guys are starting to restrain him, but he is still flailing. Who would like to do something?
Detective Tanner calmly assesses the situation, realizes everyone's getting shocked, and using his extremely tough skin and brawl like a Norse god ability, what I'm gonna do is find the most likely to be earth-grounded piece of metal in a morgue, which is the sink, and I'm gonna slam his wrists down on it to short whatever electrical current he would have to that, which electricity would take the path of least resistance, which would be the earth-grounded sink and not our bodies, negating his electrical shocking ability.
I will say make a change the game roll.
That is awesome.
That sounds about right.
Ooh, yeah, that's what is it? A 12.
How many tags are you using?
Oh, 3.
What was the first one you said?
Okay, so I assessed the situation with calm authority.
No, you don't get the third.
I assessed the situation.
No.
As a private investigator.
You get 2. You get 2.
Hang on.
Actually, no. I will let you use your private detective to assess the situation and do this. You can't use Giant's Hide. That doesn't I'm burly, so I can do this? No.
Okay, fair. It's still at 11.
When else does he get to do that? What's the Giant's Hide for then? What is it meant?
Face the danger?
Oh, I see. Okay, so it's more of a defensive thing.
Right.
My Giant's Hide is keeping me from seizing. It's fine. So it's an 11.
At 11. Okay, you get 2 juice. And I'm assuming you want to create a tag on him.
Yeah, of which I could make the argument.
Discharge.
Well, I was going to say grounded, which I could make an argument is when he touches earth ground, he's going to be drawn to it. It'll stick him to that. If he's charged with electricity, it would weld his wrists to the sink. So can grounded be in the same track?
As restrained.
Because literally it would weld him to the sink.
It's not just like harming him, it's physically restraining him to that point.
Yeah, it's like when you touch an arc welder to a piece of metal, basically, like it fuses.
He'll have the status of grounded 4. All right.
Is he still like trying to get up though, or is he like fully restrained?
Yeah, he is looking more restrained, but he is still trying to get up. Like, he is wrestling with this sink.
He's wrestling with the sink.
Well, okay, wait. If he's like attached to the sink, then if I tried to do the calming thing on him, he wouldn't be able to zap me. Is that
Yes, that is how...
correct? Is that what I'm understanding from all this?
Yes.
Zach, I'm just gonna say, according to the way electricity works,
He's using frickin' magic and you know it.
he said, well, okay, we got the tag zapped, not magic.
What I'm saying is, like, anything in this game that's not, like, normal, i.e. someone coming back from the dead, is rift mist magic and you know it. Yes, Mandy, you can do that without getting zapped.
Okay, because I do want to try it again. So, because it's like the only thing I can do if we're not trying to hurt him right now. So, nope, still can't get close to him. That's a 5.
So, like, his arms are more, but, like, he is still flailing out. So, like, Mandy comes up and, like, he, like, twists and hits her in the... hits Darling in the face with an elbow. So, you can take bruised... You'll take another bruised 1, which will put you up to beaten 2.
Y'all, I'm not doing so hot.
So what is he trying to do right now?
He's trying to rip his wrists free from the sink.
Okay. Can Faye grab this is going to be dumb, but hopefully it will still restrain him. Can Faye use a sheet, like a cloth sheet, like they would pull over bodies at the morgue, to restrain his legs, like his feet?
Yeah, you can do
while
that.
he's focused on his arms.
Roll for bondage.
Hashtag always iconic.
What tags are you using?
Won't take no for an answer.
I mean, I'll allow it since you're being, like, belligerent about it. You know, like...
I've already tried to restrain him once.
Right, like, you're trying to do, like, the exact same thing, almost.
I like this idea that every time you try to do something twice, you get better at it.
Always learning. That's 6.
My gosh.
Cool.
You guys just keep getting kicked in the face.
The girls are just done tonight.
Yeah.
So at this point, like, he rips one of his arms free, going back to a restrained 3 status.
No.
And also, you get kicked in the face, Caitlin.
Great.
Take bruised 1 and zapped 2 again.
So I'm at bruised 2 and zapped 4.
But I thought the zapped was...
Well, he's reducing his status, so it's no longer dealt with. It's what happens when you guys fail.
How high do I have to get on a track before bad things happen?
It depends on what you're trying to do. Like, those statuses are negative effects. So, like, since you're getting beaten, if you're trying to do more physical things, you'll start probably taking negatives to those.
Okay.
If you hit a 5, you're basically hospitalized.
Oh, great. Because I'm at zapped 4 right now.
No, you're at zapped 3.
It doesn't stack. It's confusing. There's like a track. So like we're getting bruised 1, right? So to get a tier of 1, it takes 1 point. To get a tier of 2, it takes 2 points. To get a tier of 3,
2 points of zapped 2.
It stacks
So-
how much it takes to get to the next tier of hurt.
Right. So it's increasing
So to get to,
exponentially. Yeah. Okay.
so to get from a level 3 to a level 4, you need 3 points. So
At
a
zapped 3,
would
okay.
immediately get you to tier 4. A zap 2 would not.
Okay.
So you're at like shocked 3, or like, yeah, or electrified 3, if you want to put it like a fun name for it.
No,
and you're at
zapped is
beaten
good.
2.
Wait, so shocked, electrified, and zapped. Okay.
The thing is, the game says you're supposed to change the names when they increase in value.
Oh.
Oh,
okay.
really? Oh, okay.
So I'm not just being pedantic.
Okay.
Anyway, that's where you guys are at. He is starting to break free again.
Oh.
I think I'm the only one that hasn't gone this round, right?
That is
I don't
correct.
know how rounds work.
You guys can go in whatever order you want. You just say you do stuff.
Okay.
I usually say everyone should make a move before someone goes a second
So
time.
I'm gonna say to the group, this is a complete hames. At what point do we just start shooting this guy?
Seamus as he starts shooting the guy.
Maybe now, Faye and I aren't doing so hot.
Ashlyn is going to kill us.
Adlin, you mean?
Oh, yeah. Adlin.
Oh, believe me, that's been on my mind too.
You know, at this point, I can't say I'd feel bad. We're fighting like a reanimated corpse, So I think, we're still okay,
Seamus.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna shoot him.
Hey, someone's finally using hit with all you got.
I'm using my grandfather's Colt 45.
Are you doing anything else or no?
I don't really think there's anything I can do, is there?
What does firearm modification do?
I think that was, I guess when I was thinking of that one, that was going to be like if I needed to improvise a weapon.
Oh, okay.
Or like take someone else's thing and make it stronger.
I would say quick reload mod would be fair because you're trying to put him down quickly. Like there is no more warning shot, I don't think, in your mind.
All right, yeah, I'll use those two. Do I take any minuses because of my status?
I wouldn't say you're not trying to physically hurt him.
Okay.
So I'm going to say no.
That's a 14.
Alrighty.
Wow, that's
So-
where all of our
You get to choose two of these.
points are going.
I rolled double sixes. So I think I'm going to instead I can pick two of those.
Yes.
Okay, I think I'm going to get him good.
I'm going to say shot 3.
And then I think I'm going to, for the other one, I'm going to keep his attention.
All right. So because of this, he is coming at you, swinging for the fences.
Isn't he still stuck with one arm to the...
Nope. That has been released because Caitlin failed her roll.
Oh, I thought he just got one arm loose. Sorry, never mind.
Yeah,
I'm going to say, like, with Vinny shooting him, it puts him in enough of a rage that he can rip the other free and start swinging at Vinny. So, Vinny, make me a face the danger roll to avoid the hit.
Okay. I'm using can take a pounding and predict foe's move.
Okay.
No, that is a 6.
So you get punched.
I've not.
Have you been hit? You haven't been hit yet, right? So you take bruised 1, and you are trying to dodge out of the way. You know the electricity's coming, and you just dodge the wrong way, and it lights you up. So you were at shocked 1, right?
Yep.
So now you're just at zapped 2, or whatever I called the level 2. I think it's zapped 2. Zapped 2, yes.
Zapped is just the level 2 name for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have a question, I just don't know if it's a roll. Is his heart beating?
I mean, they would have taken him in the morgue if it was, right?
Well, yeah, but he kind of woke up.
Well, I mean, but it could have been restarted by the electricity.
There is no way for you to tell that in a fight.
Yeah, while you have him grappled, does he have a pulse?
That's fair. Is he cold to the touch? Can I tell that? I've been touching him a lot.
Yes, he is cold to the touch.
Well, as glorious as this is, I'm going to jump off of his back, and as he's rushing towards Seamus, I'm just going to shoot him in the back.
I thought you were going to trip him.
All right, what tags are you using?
That's a really good question. I am using Marksman.
That's the only one that looks appropriate.
Oh, and I'm gonna see if you'll allow this, and if you don't, that's fine. Truce no one would ever speak. I want to know if his arms are weak points, if shooting him in the devices would weaken him more. So I'm gonna try to say that I use that ability, and it lets me know that shooting him in the arms would be a good idea to just damage the devices.
I'm gonna say no. You don't get to use it that
fine.
way.
Then I'm using one tag. 4. I miss. I'm not specifically good at shooting things.
I got that. You shoot him in the back, and instead of just losing, he's still pretty focused on Seamus, but he does grab one of the tables near him and flings it across the room at you. So if you want to try to face a danger against the table that's flying at you.
Tough hide, I guess, is really all I got for that. No, that was a 3. Which, if you're doing the math, means I rolled snake eyes. Tanner takes a table to the face.
Do you have bruised already?
Are you sure he does?
I have bruised 1, yeah.
So you're gonna take crushed 2 as this table just flattens you against the wall.
Wait, is crushed a different track?
No, it's still physical, and he'll just be at crushed 2, so the bruised 1 is basically just gone. Ladies, would one of you guys like to help?
I wish.
I have nothing.
Can I...
What am I supposed to do?
Can I take the sheet that failed previously and throw it over him like a ghost to blind him?
Oh no, we lost Cody.
That's all I got.
Scooby-Doo nonsense! Do you want to run into a room with him chasing you, then run back out of that room with you chasing him with Scooby-Doo on your back? No. You run into the room with him chasing you. You transform into a scarier monster and chase him back out of the room.
I could shapeshift into a raven for that scene, yeah.
He's afraid of gunshots. and regular sheets.
Oh my god.
Can I use good team player?
Are you? Yeah, you can use good team player, I guess. I don't know.
Oh god.
Okay. 7.
Cool. So, do you want to impose a status on him, or would you rather just not get hit?
Ooh. Oh no.
Let me tell you, this is not a great status you're imposing on him.
Is it blinded is not good?
I don't. It's
Well, like in D&D, blinded is
it's
pretty
like,
intense.
It's inconvenienced 1. It's not like blinded 4.
Now, Zach, you're setting this guy up to be like a ferocious, stupid wild animal, right? Did you know a way to measure a dog's intelligence is to throw a sheet over its head and see if he could figure out how to take it off? Given that, if she throws a blanket over his head, he'd probably just fall down because he would assume that the world has ended.
Are you taking damage, Caitlin, or no?
I would if I got the impression that blinded was going to actually slow him down, but it appears that it is not.
I don't think it will slow him down in as meaningful as a way as you want. Like, you're expecting him to be completely blind, and he will be more inconvenienced than blind.
Okay, I guess I'll just prevent damage then.
Okay. Well, I'm being like the way the game works is you can't just be like Cody can't be like I shoot out his eyes now he's blind. You're like
I just thought blind would like hindrance more of his options.
I mean, right now he's basically flailing and hitting you guys.
Okay.
So like
He can still do that without sight, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Like you're not in a huge room. He's he's not like strategically fighting. He's punching you guys.
Okay. Well, that's what I do.
And that's the thing is like I'm letting you know like the main way you guys are taking the damage is from his electricity just discharging on you. Like his punches aren't really that strong.
No, I understand. I will die from electricity.
I'm letting you know.
Okay.
Darling, are you doing anything or do you want one of the boys to go?
I guess I need to do Rosebush. I didn't want to destroy the morgue, but I think we're at the point.
I think it's a little late for that one.
You didn't want to destroy the morgue. Tanner's crushed under a table.
I thought you guys could take him, you know?
I had a moment of hope there when I stuck him to the sink. I was like, nailed it.
Yeah.
No, that was amazing.
It was a really good moment until like there were 3 failures in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Faye and I had some trouble.
We did.
Did Caitlin end up giving him a tear?
No.
Or did she just... You didn't take damage.
Yep. I survived.
Okay.
She gave him the tear cozy.
Well, I was I was gonna ask if I could have a +1 because he's distracted by a sheet, but I'll just roll with Rosebush. That's fine. All right, come on. Okay, that is an 8.
Cool.
I'll take it.
You get to pick one.
I'm kind of leaning towards gain the upper hand because I assume I'm trying to restrain him is my thought.
Are you trying to restrain him or damage him? Because I didn't know if you were like trying to.
I mean, it's hard, right? Because it's kind of a little bit of both because they're like thorny bushes. So my thought, okay, the way that I imagine this happening is that out of the floor bursts like thorn, like, you know, and they like wrap around him and keep him.
I think at this point, restraint is like the best we can do, right? Like, I think it's going to be easier for us to restrain him enough that we can run away, or like lock him in a room.
Restraining him enough so we can run away, or so that somebody with a ranged attack can get him without him attacking back.
That's true, yeah.
So we'll whatever the restrained option is.
Okay.
We're going to go with that one.
Okay, I'm going to say he is at trapped 4 now. But Mandy rolled to face the danger, please, as he tries to strike at you.
How?
Throwing a table.
He's restrained.
There's more tables?
He's not that restrained.
The way the system works is that when you hit them, they hit back.
Yes. It's kind of like, it is like Outlaws Wanted, like, regardless of what you do to him, he hits you back. Well, take a physical status of crush 2. Oh. You're beaten, so you are at wounded 3.
As Mandy just puts her head in her hands.
I think Darling might be done with this fight.
I just got such a good idea, though, y'all. I mean, Grade A. Great idea.
Hit us.
I'm not even certain I would need to roll for this, but Zach can make the call on this.
Go for it.
If it's going to just take him out, the answer's going to be yes, you're probably going to have to roll.
Detective Tanner, he always carries a lighter. He's not a smoker, but he likes to be prepared because he's a good little Boy Scout. And what he's gonna do is hop up on the table that was chucked at him, light the lighter, and hold it up to the fire suppression system. I'm gonna try to trip the sprinklers to ground out his electricity.
Hey!
Would that ground his electricity or just zap you all?
Well, Zach, it would definitely not zap us all. If the water touched him and then touched anything earth grounded to metal, like most things are, like the drain would be, that would just short to ground, not to us. The reason electricity and water is dangerous is if it moves through you to get to earth ground. In this case, that wouldn't happen.
Oh, so what are you trying to do with this? You're just
trying to short him out again so he can't shock us anymore, and so we can punch him.
You know he's restrained, right? We could get away.
Could we just like leave?
You can try running away.
Actually, no. Now I'm curious. How does that work? If we're just like we just kind of like leave and close the door?
Let this rampaging dude just rampage.
It feels like we shouldn't do that. Like this feels like our
Adlin
responsibility.
did say to lock up.
I'm not asking this in game. I'm asking this as a player because I don't know how exiting combat would work in this case.
If you want to just run, you guys could just run. He is trapped for it will take him time to follow.
We could run out and I could try to like hit him with my car, I guess. You're acting like that's a crazy idea. He's huge, right? And he's like, if we touch him, we get shocked. I could just run him over.
No, I mean, you're not wrong. I'm just like, honestly, at this point, I can't do much else in this fight.
Yeah, Faye's in a pretty similar boat.
I mean, I would just have to not have failed rolls put him back to where he was, but...
Oh, that's some shade.
No, I don't mean that in a mean way. I just mean that, like, you know, like, technically what I'm good at is punching people, so it's not like there's anything stopped, and I'm not that hurt yet. Yeah, I'm gonna do that sprinkler thing, Zach. Whatever move you want to call that, whatever role you want to call that.
Change the game.
Okay. And I am using Private Detective to find the sprinkler system.
I'm using Finding Dirt because, you know, grounding things is by dirt.
Finding Dirt would
I'm using
also
Calm
make
Authority
sense.
because I'm being calm during this. Truth no one would ever speak because, you know, no one really talks about electricity that much.
Wait. No. I'm using Private Detective to find the sprinkler system, and then I'm not going to climb up on the table. Instead, what I'm going to do is light the lighter and then throw it at the fire suppression system to use the tag marksman.
Fine.
Yes, it is.
Oh my gosh. I don't think that's how that works. That's not how fire suppression systems work.
Well, it was a 9, so whatever.
Okay, so you're going to give him a status. So I'm going to say, like, grounded again. Okay.
Would this hurt him to be, like, having all this electricity rush out of his body?
It has not so far.
Okay. I don't know how he's going to shut off the sprinklers, though, which is the good news.
Seamus or Faye.
I guess I shoot him again.
All right. You're using 2 tags?
Yep. That's a 6.
Total?
Total.
Oh, gosh. Guys, this was not supposed to be this hard of a fight. So, he takes a swing at you, Seamus, giving you a tag. He bumps what's your physical at? You're at physical 2?
No, is it the bruised one? I have bruised 1, zapped 2 is what I have written down.
So you'll be at whatever. You'll be at like a 2 for your bruised status.
Okay. Can I face the danger on that or not?
I'm gonna say no because you failed.
Okay.
Your hit with all you got. I think. I get. I'll let you face the danger. Why not? They're supposed to allow that. So go for it. Try to face the danger.
7. Barely.
Okay, so yeah, you are able to reduce that status, so you're able to dodge it, but just barely as you feel it swinging by your face. Would you like to try shooting him again, Seamus?
Oh, I just get to go again?
I mean, everyone's gone, or I think Faye's starting to bail, right?
Yeah, I literally can't think of anything else to do.
If Faye starts to bail, I understand.
Okay. I guess, can I just use my turn to move so that if, like, everybody else is ready to go, she's already out of the way?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do that then.
Then we'll shoot him again.
Go for it.
Seamus.
Or try.
Don't miss.
That is an 8.
Cool. Do you want to hit him, like, get him good and do an extra tier of damage?
Good.
Yes.
Cool. That kills him.
But he's already dead.
Jeez.
Seamus, like, squares up his shoulders, lets the military training take over, and just unloads into him. And he, like, slowly turns and looks like he's going to take a step forward, and then just collapses on the floor. as you guys look around in this trashed lab with the sprinkler system going off.
And a rose bush.
Just in the middle of the thing. And you guys have really messed up.
Detective Tanner is kind of like breathing hard. He's like, he gets in his pocket, pulls out his notebook, writes, "There was an incident of a supernatural nature," rips it off, leaves it in plain sight, and says, "Oh, we should probably get going, right?"
The crew leaves not a moment too soon as officers begin to show up and explore the building, looking for the cause of all the alarms. They quickly find their way to the inner morgue to see it in a state of utter disarray, with tables upturned, a rose bush growing in the center of the room, and no body in sight. Hey Wanderers, we hope you enjoyed this episode of Naptown Chronicles. If you'd like more content from the Wandering Gamer Network, you can check out the Wandering Gamer Network website. We also post Let's Plays that we do on YouTube under the username Wandering Gamer Network. We have live streaming of these episodes on Twitch most Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so stop by and chat with us for a while. We can be found at wandering_gamer_network. We're also on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. The intro and outro music was composed by the talented Caitlin Balgman, who is the voice of Faye Cameron in this podcast. All other music is from bensound.com or the public domain. Now, sleeper, it is time to rest, and remember, it's the gods who envy us.